So let's go on to another topic then. So we're nearly halfway through the show. So let's go through a bit quicker now. So we're just going to up the pace a bit.
はい、ちょっと巻きのペースで進めたいと思いますが、次のトピックに行きたいと思います。
Yep, we've got a lot to show. So let's go on to the 3.2 main artwork. So Minfilia.
はい、ミンフィリアのケースですね。
So what made this artwork challenging?
はい、こちらに関してのお話をお伺いできますでしょうか。
はい、まあミンフィリアは僕自身があんまりキャラクターをまだ描いたことがそんななかったんで、ただでさえその重要なキャラクターだったんですごい大変だったんですね。
So in terms of Minfilia, I haven't been drawing much of the sort of characters within the realm of Final Fantasy XIV at this point, and she's actually quite an important character, so it was definitely a challenge.
そうだからそれで何度もトライアンドエラーは確保したんですけど、結構それまでの過程は全然大丈夫で、ほぼ書き上がった時に吉田さんに見せに行ったんですよ。
So, I mean, I did this through trial and error, and I got to a pretty good point, very far along in the process, and I felt like I was almost complete. So that's when I took the picture and showed it to Mr. Yoshida.
ただやっぱり茂木さんがファイナルファンタジー14チームに入って、かなり描けるので、ぜひキャラクターも描いて、やっぱりこれからどんどんその茂木さんっていうアーティストを僕らもプッシュしていきたいっていうのがあったので、難しいとは思うけどミンフィリアに挑戦してっていう。
So we all knew that Mogi-san was a great artist, but at this point in time, he hadn't done a lot of Final Fantasy XIV artwork yet. So we wanted to show the fans and everybody just how great an artist he was. So we gave him this very important job, something that could be, used in our patch title.
Yep. So to refresh, this is the Minfilia artwork from patch 3.2.
はい、こちらがそのミンフィリアのイラストですけれども。
So this is obviously the final version. So what did you require to change on here then?
はい、こちら完成版をご覧になっていただいていますけれども、そこのうちのどの部分に指摘が入りましたか？
僕自身は慣れてないって言ったものがあって、顔だとかミンフィリア自身だろうなっていうふうに思ってたんですよ。そしたら吉田さん足の太さにこだわりを持ったので、足って思って。
So, I mean, I wasn't as familiar with Minfilia at the time, but I was looking at her face, and then I could recognize her as Minfilia, but you know what he mentioned? He mentioned about the size of her legs, or the thickness of her thighs, and I was like, her thighs?
いやもらったイラストはすごいよく描けてた、コンセプトの通りだったんだけど、あれミンフィリアの足ってもうちょっとこうボリューミーじゃなかったっけ？
And so, I mean, when I saw the picture, it was wonderful. It was exactly what our concept, what we had. It was perfect rendition of that. It's just one thing. Her thighs, weren't they a little bit more voluminous?
Okay, so having that very specific feedback, so you then had to prepare different versions, correct?
なのでそのご指摘を受けて3種類のオプションを用意した。
そうですね。
So there's the 3 different versions. So very slight differences there.
すごい。
If you look quite closely.
皆さん多分わからないですよね。
I'm sure it is very, very subtle. I don't know if you could see the difference in there or not, but
これで僕の半日が飛びました。
Because of this, I spent a good half of my workday.
Wow. So you must be very familiar with these legs by now. So you did all this, and then what was the reaction from Yoshida-san?
はい、でこちら何種類かパターンを作成しましたけれども、吉田さんの反応は？
それがですね、最終的に足を描いてって言ったのに見せたら見せたで、なんか僕の性癖公表になるから茂木さんの好きにしなって言われたんですよね。
So, I mean, I got the request to prepare like different variations of Minfilia's thighs, and I show it to him, and he's like, well, but that's going to show off my fetish, so I don't know, why don't you pick Mogi-san?
じゃあ俺の性癖公表になるんだけど。
Wait, so that means it'll be my fetish that'll be shown.
いや、たくさんバージョンを書いてくれたから、自分のデスクでこう真剣に悩んでたんですよ、足をこう見て。
And so he drew me so many different versions. I just had on all of my screens all of these thighs, and I'm looking at very seriously at all of these thighs.
でも見れば見るほど結局僕がどの足が好きかになってしまうなと思って。
But then again, I mean, if I chose, then it would be, not which was the best picture there. It would be the one that I liked the most.
まあアーティストのセンスでやっぱ茂木さんに選んでもらった方
And
が
so
いい
I think they'd just leave it to the artist, and he is the artist.
でもあの時間すごかったんですよ。大の大人が女の人の足ずっと2人でこうやって見てたの。
It was quite a sight to watch. You have two grown men staring at the monitor at a pair of women's thighs.
あれは地獄の時間でした。
It was hell, I will tell you.
Okay, so you spent a long time staring very closely at these variations of thighs. That's all in a day's work. So, what was the final answer on this?
はい、結局答え合わせをしたいと思いますが、どちらを選ばれた？
すみません、無難に真ん中に行きました。
Sorry, we picked this safe route and took the in between.
バラしたくないんで。
So that we don't have to skew to one side.
って言っちゃうと分かっちゃう。
茂木さんが好きな足はあれだってことだよね。
Yeah.
So that's your fetish, right? Right?
So let's not beat around the bush. So that's the one he chose, and that's clearly a preference.
That's what you like.
Nice work there. So okay, so that covers some of the artwork for that specific piece of artwork. So let's move swiftly on to the 4.0 series. So Mogi-san, I know you've worked on a lot of the artwork that's been released for 4.0 so far.
はい、では 4.0 のアートワークに関してのお話をお伺いしたいと思いますが。
はい、そうですね。じゃあ自分で一番時間かかったというか大変だったゼノスですかね。
Okay, so yeah, let me go through Xenos. This took time, well, not time, but it was a very challenging character to depict.
Yep, so let's go into then. So what exact order you got from the dev team? So here's an early rendition. So let's go into what was requested from you to create this character.
はい、じゃあまずは発注内容からカバーしていきたいと思いますが。
So yeah, to all three. Okay.
はい、こちらの
Very specific.
すごい具体的な。
So when we say the team, we're referring to a very specific
いや
person.
いやシンプルでしょ。
It's very simple.
So 3 simple requests. Very simple. So cold-blooded, long hair, and lots of swords. That's a lot to work with.
そうですね、まあ、シンプルにでそしてそれでいてキャラクターが分かるような特徴かと思いますが、
まあ、日本だとよくあるのが外見の差っていうのを前もってもちろんこの間に行間でいろいろと説明はあるんですけどね。
But yeah, of course, there are nuances in between the lines, but of course, we wanted to sort of